live. Where is Discord gone? Because I'm talking to you. Oh, there it is. Found it. Get the notification posted. All right. Ding.
Yes.
We're good. All right. Okay. So, welcome everybody. I know it'll take a moment for everyone to filter in now that we've just kicked it off, but welcome everybody to the season 4. Jeez, it's that time already. Season 4 Big-ELO Awards Night. This
Woo!
is an event sponsored by XS and Linen. So welcome on in.
I'm flexing, but no one can see me because I don't have a camera on me.
I am also flexing, but I always flex. That is my default state.
Mm-hmm. You have to go through doorways sideways and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Good. Right. Well, so the Big-ELO was started, devised by Linen, around about the was it during season 2? Did it start season 2? I think that's right.
It started season 1. I just didn't publish it until season 2 because the season 1 data was boring.
Well, there you go.
In the beginning.
And what it's allowed us to do as casters for the Big O is find all kinds of fun ways to, look at teams and see how they change and progress over the season and, make some comparisons. It's all, more stats, more fun. And hi, Kindred.
Stats more fun.
More fun. Yeah, more stats, more fun. So, at the end of the season with the Big-ELO, we like to have a little award ceremony for everybody, based on the ELO, and then we'll also discuss other achievements that have been made throughout the season as well that are non-ELO based. So
and I cannot overstate this enough with XS's tireless data work. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It sucks, man, but it's worth it because, well, I like to think ELO is like that hidden X factor of why some teams just win and some coaches just have bad dice. It's just math, right?
Yeah.
Unexplainable math.
ELO and rolling sixes are just correlated extremely strongly.
Intrinsically linked, It's a skill,
Yeah. So, who knows? Maybe it's the reason. Maybe all you need to roll more sixes to get a bigger ELO. It's
that makes sense. I mean, look, I without looking at the results, I bet the playoff coaches have a bigger ELO than most.
I mean, there's a good chance. There's a good chance. So there you go. Unfortunately, I don't have any ELO enhancement tips. You'll have to go to the playoff coaches for those.
You pay for that, actually.
Yeah, you pay for the ELO enhancement. Right, but for some of those people, yeah, Boomer, yeah. Yes, that's what happened. There's no auto.
Oh, baby.
There's
no.
no...
every Monday afternoon, early evening, I spent a good 2.5 hours, put some music on, and just went through every single game report on REBBL.net. Thank you, Major, manually, and it is a labor of love and madness.
Yes,
I'm not sure what parts of what parts.
Yeah, in comparison,
there is. There probably is, but I just don't know it.
Yeah.
In comparison, I spend 10 minutes on a bus entering the matches for the week, and then I'm done.
And I show up once every now and then, turn my brain off, and allow words to come out of my mouth. Also, once a season, I spend some time screwing around in my apartment with my camera, making silly videos for the award ceremony. That's my contribution. And so, Actually, there is a tip. I have included in this series of videos. There is a clip, that actually does give you some tips on ELO improvement. I actually did it. I added one in there very specifically. It's very important. Very important advice. Okay.
Really excited.
Yeah, and Boomer, Boomer. Yeah, there probably is there a way? Maybe will it like require an obscene amount of work on the end of people who already have too much fucking work to do? Yes, almost always. Link, please.
I have a program that can pull stats from games, but as of now, it uses the console.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a little bit hard. It doesn't collate the data altogether. So it would essentially be the same thing, but reading through a Word document instead of the results on Rebel.net.
Yeah. All right. Well, did you mishear this video with advice? Yeah, I'll show you the advice. It's. I'm sure you'll find it very entertaining. And thought provoking. It's a philosophical investigation of the topic of ELO and what it means to have big ELO. We'll get there. Never mind. Sorry. I know what these guys are laughing at because they can see the video I've queued up. Anyway, so I thought we'd start off the whole awards thing with a special award. Not everybody's season has gone smoothly throughout, season 4. It's been a challenging one. Some people have had to overcome extreme difficulties. Sometimes people have constructed these difficulties for themselves. Anyway, let's now. If I just
oh my god,
get
it's
this...
ad.
Okay, I gotta wait for the ad. that would have been bad. That's right.
The difficulties were ad breaks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm just gonna wait till the ad's over, and no, you shouldn't have told them that. I was gonna be like, okay, and that was the video.
No.
So I'm so glad.
Yeah, and that is the thing at ELO, and we'll never play it ever again.
Yeah.
Here we go. And we're back.
Yeah. And that's all I have to say about that. Sorry. Okay, so let me just check this all works. I apologize, I don't have a microphone on the other one, so for your viewing enjoyment, I hope you enjoy this this clip of this very special award. Also, yes, Boomer, good job. You got... Hey, how much you putting in? Just a quarter teaspoon. Don't you need half a teaspoon? Look, I'm sure it's all right. You can just add another quarter teaspoon in there, and it's over. It's done. There's nothing to be done anymore. It's completely done, isn't it? It's unsalvageable. Completely over. There's absolutely nothing that can be done to save. Pretty good. Yeah, it is pretty.
You know what?
Sorry.
I didn't actually get the fucking title of it until now. I'm like, oh god, it is.
Sorry. So as it turns out, I forgot to add the ending card to that. But right. So that the season over award goes to Serve Sevstar for unfortunately having to end his season 4 times before actually getting to the end of it.
And still making
making playoffs. I apologize.
There
I
we
did forget to add the
go.
ending card to the video. Oh well, that's what happens sometimes.
Oh my god. You need to send that to Mongoose and fuck Michael's because they're gonna die of laughter at this one.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the most embarrassing one out of the way.
That's great.
Okay.
So, what you guys didn't, he's named the video over seasoned.
Yes.
Everything is art.
All right. Okay, so I didn't actually have a run on how I was going to do all of these, so I might go to
Sorry, just gonna just
Yeah.
beautiful.
this
Claps.
this one.
Okay. Okay.
Next, that I'm sure you can all
Holy
see.
shit.
What is it?
Oh, the video title was seen. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
at
it
the
was.
beginning.
I actually
Yeah.
put it on the screen. Anyway,
go.
I'm pretty sure this one does have an end card, so that'll be right. All right. So, for our second, our second award, all the coaches kind of have their own levels of like ways of engaging with the game, and they all bring their own sorts of levels of enthusiasm. And this next award is dedicated to a coach that really was really enthusiastic in their own special way. Let's watch.
Oh my god.
I had to mute myself the entire video. I was dying.
I did as well. Holy shit.
So, yeah, that's the golden Newt Award for most fouls in a season. Very impressive.
Oh.
I will,
shit.
if you give me 1 second, add a microphone source to the other thing so I can actually talk. 1 second.
So beautiful.
There we go. I can talk on this one now. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the Golden Newt Award, most fouls in a season, as we know. Newt's come in strong with an incredible number of fouls, never failing. We'll talk more about the actual stats of that in a little bit. But yes, very glad to see such immense enthusiasm from from our coaches. Yes.
Yeah.
Um.
Can't forget. Let's.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Right. Now we're getting into, as you may have noticed. Well, actually, no. Sorry. Before we get into the ELO folk, like the ones that are really all about ELO, we've kind of skipped over. We haven't actually dealt with any of those yet. Let's finish off with the final non-ELO based award, even though this is the big ELO awards, but we had to have them in here somehow.
Yeah.
Right. So, every year, we have these awards, and they can be pretty competitive. People are pretty keen to get one of the illustrious big ELO awards. But some people just kind of just naturally gain them. There's very little competition, not often, but every now and then. And this award is for one of those coaches that naturally and effortlessly achieved this award. Yes, Rookie of the Season goes to Knights. Is the only rookie this season. No competition was found to this one. So, yeah. Congratulations, Knights. you may be noticing I'm using all of the word art style text on these videos. I have a large library. It's very fun. Default win.
Default.
Yay! The best kind of win. Yes. But in all seriousness, it's always good to have new coaches joining.
Oh, Seb,
Seb
You're
missed his
finally
award.
here? Oh, no. I was hoping you were just being quiet.
You missed your award.
You missed your award.
it was beautiful.
I'm so sad.
You'll have to go back and see it.
Yeah. Oh, I can't justify playing it again. I do apologize.
No, you'll see it.
You will
It'll
see
be
it.
great.
You'll see it. Don't worry. You'll see it.
It'll be somewhere.
All right. So that's gotten us through the non-ELO portion. Let's talk about the ELO-based awards now. So, every year we have a special award that goes to the coach that is just consistent. Doesn't just keeps everything on the level. Right? No up or downs. It's just consistency all season. And this next award, yeah, it goes to that coach. And we need these, we need these coaches. They no. That started way too quickly. Yeah. All right. So you need coaches to compare yourselves to, and you need something in the middle that's just kind of just going to be nice and even consistency. So this is all about consistency. This one.
Are you having problems with ELO regularity? Try nuts.
Of course, our most regular big ELO this season was Blood Bowl Nut. So, yeah.
Oh, get that fiber.
Get the fiber into you. There you go. Source of fiber. And it does... It, and yeah, and Blood Bowl Nut. An amazing consistency. What... XS, do you recall exactly... Oh, Lennon, actually, sorry. Do you recall exactly what...
I have the number right here. He has moved 0.7 of an ELO from his original start.
0.7. That's a small... That's a very small movement. That's very impressive.
It is a very small movement.
Yeah, considering that winning a game gains you 11, it's incredibly small. So yeah, very, very impressive. Maybe not a feat you set out to achieve, but it's one he certainly has.
Yeah. Technically, 0.6699.
0.669.
Nice.
There you go. And what was the next most consistent, if you don't mind me asking?
The next most consistent is, I think, let me just double check. Nope, that one is it. Next most consistent was Noctifer, 4.1.
Oh,
Very
so
nice.
not even just a little bit off, but actually a large amount.
No. A pretty large amount. We had a couple of people in the fours. We had Noctifer 4.1, Mr. Monster 4.2, Miwash 4.2.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Now at the polar opposite end of consistency, sometimes Nuffle decides that you're just gonna have a bad game, right? You can't. Your armor breaks left, right, and center. You can't roll any agi dice. The ball you never pick it up. It's just an awful time. Sometimes that goes just all season. And every single game is is an absolute shit fight. And so this award is dedicated to the coach that has had the roughest season and therefore the largest loss of ELO. There you go. So, Morka, unfortunately this season, onto his Fresh Nurgle team lost a total of 83.5 elo. It was rather a lot. Yeah, not me. Surprise, surprise. For all my pitching, it wasn't me. No, Morka had a really rough one. The Nurgle didn't do him any favors until right at the very end, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I know Greenhorn Nurgle is going to be a tough season. Yeah. Especially the season that Into
everyone
Amazons and
everyone starts
Norse.
playing Norse and Amazons. Yeah, it's going to be a tough season, all right. So yeah, that's. But you know, someone's going to suffer the drop, and all it means is that next season, he's just going to be shooting straight back up there now the Nurgle are online. Or he picks a different team that's going to climb better.
Maybe.
And speaking of, there's another side to the ELO. Obviously, no. I wish it wouldn't auto start these things. Anyway, I did promise you some tips. So, we have now
Ooh.
an ELO climbing tip. And this tip comes straight from detailed analysis of the coach that wins this award, which is our greatest gain in ELO. Sometimes coaches swap from a bad team to a good team. Sometimes they find their lucky dice. But yeah, every season there's someone who's just going to shoot up the rankings in ELO, and yeah, that is who this award is for. And if you pay close attention, you may be able to see where all of their ELO gains have come from.
Are you having trouble improving your ELO? Try Norse. Norse comes with all the block and bullshit you need.
There you go. Biggest big ELO gain is Liam. Also, gaining by exactly the same amount of ELO that Morka lost, 83.5. Very, very impressive. Yeah,
Very
Very
suspicious.
suspicious.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, we used to accuse them of being the same person, but maybe just, you know, shadow person or mirrorverse person or something like that. Liam is the one that's
Liam
Morka.
is the
Yeah,
one that is Morka,
yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, 83.5. Biggest big ELO gain to Liam. So it turns out, yeah, play Norse. After playing a season of
Norse.
Goblins, you will find it does amazing things for your ELO. That is the tip. You're welcome. All right. Now,
That was a good one.
now, whilst we measure ELO over an entire season, and you know we can add up, we can see everyone's rises and falls. Some people experience the greatest rise and fall like in a single moment, and therefore we have an award that's specifically for when. For the match with the greatest disparity between ELOs where the underdog has won, resulting in the greatest shift of ELO, consequentially. So this season, and this is funny because everyone can kind of guess what the other ones were, but this one I don't know if anyone actually knows what this one is going to be. But I know that my co-casters can see the image and can probably guess one of the team that's involved. They actually know the outcome anyway. But yeah, so the biggest change in ELO, the biggest upset of the season. I forget what the joke was to this one, but I'll remember when I'll remember when I play it. Never mind. Let's watch.
Who would win? A pack of yeasty boys? Or a bunch of small men?
Yeah, so Mr. Monster, the small men won. Halflings downed Morka's Nurgle, resulting in, yes, the biggest upset victory of the
Those
season.
aren't Space Marines, Darby. They're halflings.
Yeah, they're halflings. They're also Space Marines I painted when I was 8. So
Oh my god!
can't you see that this Blood Angel has his beaky face on? Yeah.
It is
yeah.
subjective.
Yeah, these are. I have my bird head Space Marine here. You don't want to see what I did to the rest of them. I couldn't put those on camera. They're worse. Anyways, yeah. So Mr. Monster managed to overcome the Nurgle with his halflings. A number of games very, very close in contention for this one.
Yeah. So the closest. Oh, did you want me to go ahead?
No, I was
I
was about to ask you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So Noctifer versus Striking was actually 14.8 upset as well. It came down to like the second or third decimal to separate the two. So Noctifer winning 2-0 versus Striking was also huge.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a ton of other coaches that were in the 14s. We had Lordy winning against Darby, 14.5. Aussie winning against Squirrel, 14.6. We had Seb winning at Striking, 14.1. We had Fires winning against Kirk Guy, 14. We had Boomer winning against Squirrel, 14.7. We had Monster winning against Squirrel, 14.5. Like, they were really close. Like, previous seasons, Fires has won it by a landslide. This season, it was super close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's and this is the other thing is that you can't win this unless you're actually like you've been having you have a lower elo. So Fire's winning by a lot tends to mean that you'll climb, and he can't win anymore. Yeah, but there you go. So that was the biggest upset. Now on to just checking. I've actually played all of these. Yes, on to the final award of the final Big-ELO award. This is the last video I have for everybody. So we always have to celebrate the coach that's got the biggest Big-ELO. It's a pretty impressive feat to, rise up the ELO ranks. We have a couple of, special clubs that have formed, the 1100 club being one of them, for people who've managed to, gain ELO and climb up. But what's really, really impressive is that people, it's one thing, getting a lot of ELO, another thing, keeping it, and then a third thing to keep it whilst playing a far from meta team in an extremely competitive division against some really good coaches. So this this award is dedicated to that coach, whom I'm sure absolutely cannot guess the name of.
This is the ELO tree. Many species inhabit it, and all seek to attain its lofty tops. And yet, only one species has truly mastered this.
There you go. Biggest Big-ELO, misspelled tree. Congratulations. Unfortunately, I couldn't do any tea-based puns this time because my kettle is broken. That makes me sad.
That's all right because you put her name as Miss Plead Tree, and
no, I didn't.
loved it.
It's misspelled, clearly. Yep.
So another special thing about Tree, getting this season while going to Blackhawks, is she's also ended the season on a positive, plus minus. So gained 25.5 ELO for the season, and that's only because She lost last round to Squirrel. That took 14.5 points off her. So, it's still a fantastic record. And anyone knows anything about how ELO works and how people with high ELO hate how ELO works, that's actually a really good achievement.
Yeah, it's seriously impressive. And yeah, again, on Black Orcs in that division, the this massive amount of Norse Zons populating it, it's crazy. So very, very impressive. And yeah, I didn't have to... Honestly, I couldn't think up any fun tea-based puns or things to do this time. So I went with the tree-based thing instead. So there you go.
I like it.
Yeah, so that's all of the videos. But we're not quite done yet. We do have a couple more things to run through. So XS, do you want to talk us through the these other non-video awards that you have prepared?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I know we missed last season, but the first 2 seasons in Blood Bowl 3, we'd like to keep track. Well, mainly because we can't track it in the client no more. Thank you, Cyanide, for that. I like to keep tabs because ultimately, Blood Bowl, and the best part of it is player development, is saying who has the best player, who is the best fouling team, whose team is to be feared, and whose team is dying rapidly. So, what we have devised is 5 awards based on various skills, levels of achievement, and skill, and just all-round wholesome Blood Bowl ability. And I think, Phage, if you'd like to go through them all?
Yeah, let me just give you one sec. I think I can click this button. Nope. That's the wrong one. Never mind.
I think you full screen it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Maybe zoom in on the... So you got one page at a time.
Yeah, no, I have to open up a thing for a browser, a capture for this, not display capture. Where's window capture? There it is.
You do that. Me and XS will backseat drive while you're doing it.
Yes, do it.
Have you tried clicking the button in the top right, the one that looks like a little thing?
Oh God. There we go. That one. There we go. It's a Word document.
There we go.
Hey.
Bam. It is a Word document, yeah. Almost like I did it in Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
So,
there you go.
Yeah. Did you want to run through it? Or
how
do you want to run through it?
Well, we can go through it. So, we'll start at the top. Big Golden Boot. We've kind of discussed this slightly already. But, yeah, this season, Newt, as we've said many, many times previously, massive number of fouls throughout the season. Absolutely huge. Topping out with a season high of 11.
As well. I mean, fair shout to Newt as well. That's also missing a game against Lordy when overseas as well. So,
yeah,
nearly cracking 80 in 11 games is ridiculously high.
Mm-hmm. And they're being closely followed by it's Boomers RNG's Take the Wheel with 52, which on its own would have won last year as well.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
so also
it was in the 40s last year, I think.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the season prior was 36 when Fires pinched it from Miwash. So
yeah. So
yeah, closely.
I mean,
30, almost 30.
I say that in the sense that you would have won if you hadn't done that. It was very, very impressive. On any other season, that would have taken it. What I'm saying.
I mean, you were better than 30 other teams. Just one was better than you, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's how second place works. All right. So... All right, the Walker Lifetime Achievement Award. So before Walker was playing Nurgle, he was renowned as being just the bullshit god of wood elves. as in, rolling 6 blitzes in a single game and all sorts of crazy stuff. So, yeah, this is the award for the season that goes to the player that scored the most touchdowns in the season.
Unfortunately,
One of those winners is not like the others.
yeah, I was going to say, unfortunately, half it's a co-award here, and one of them has to be a posthumous award as well.
So yeah, Yellow Brick Road. This is Linen Super Skink died tragically in the last game.
On turn 16.
On turn 16.
The
game that
last
didn't matter.
movement of the whole game.
Yep. Meanwhile, Willow Ulfkut, a dwarf runner, is the other player that has scored 15 touchdowns in the season, which is very impressive because that just guarantees that you are scoring at least once a game. So very few games to be lost in all of that. Well, doesn't how that works, but yeah, kind of. On average, yeah, many touchdowns. Followed by Vanity Passmore and Solitary
The best Passmore.
Lipidella.
Haters.
I can't believe he lasted through the season with a bounty on him.
I also, it is ridiculous that we have Super Skink, Elven Union Catcher, and a Gutter Runner, and then there's a dwarf in there too somehow. It's just very impressive. Just speaks to their reliability.
And that's also Liam's Agivolk in there too.
Agivolk, yeah, which is very strong. So yeah, there you go. So the Morka Life Achievement Award being split between the dead skink and the runner that has only become more bullshit. What are dwarves anymore?
Plus, you got the team
I'll
totals
have
as
to learn
well.
to pass
Just
the
under.
ball now.
Sorry, what was that?
You got the team totals as well, which don't get the award, but it's just for
Yep.
showing some of the teams. Again, the big one, you see what Elf Union, Skaven, Wood Elves, not surprising. Liam and Synergy Bit both being in the top 3 for a Necro and a Norse team is very surprising for every scoring. More so for Liam, considering how many touchdowns he scored in those Wolves as well.
Yeah. That's why Volkmother Blue was so low down the list, because it was busy scoring on Wolves instead. But yeah, only the Rats and then 2 Elf teams, followed by Necro and what's the other one? Necro and Norse filling out the top 5 team totals. All right, Bash Incorporated. Punching. So which player has inflicted the most casualties in the regular season?
It was a fucking 3-way tie.
Yep.
Holy shit.
So heading into the round of 12, it was an equal first place between Roulette, Brimmer's Ooligan, and Hate to Be You on 14 each. Haunting got 4 Kaz in the last round.
Yep.
Great Mistake got 5 casualties. 5. He got 16 SVP game without MVP, 2 touchdowns, 5 casualties, and as a result, then Hate to Be You only got the 1 casualty last game of the season. So you have a 3-way tie for first, and then the run up, and then it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. And honorable mention to that Ooligan, just 14 is very good. Very good.
Yeah. It lost out, like Boomer said in chat. It was Miss Next in round 12. It actually got permed.
But he's still fine to foul, but bit unfortunate. Shout out to, of course, Yasmin, who had the place with the 13, and
when we
in there as well.
Yeah, when we scroll down to the team things, I imagine that the other blitzers had some. There you go. Made some contributions.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the human team wins the Bash Award on the team's end, because damn, it is built for that.
I mean, you've got humans, double necro, undead, goblins, and orcs.
I mean,
Newt, you suspect that with 79 fouls for someone else to go.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
The Kaz are better at least.
Yeah. I mean, it does say why Newt was able to foul so much. Nothing broke.
Oh yeah. That is the
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, you are.
Although that said, Nuts has his blitzer is an orc blitzer for
Yeah.
a fresh team, but in terms of actual the team awards, yeah. But that makes
Yeah.
sense. The more belt teams you get, the more murder potential you have.
We're getting there. We're getting there, Squirrel. Don't you worry.
Don't you worry, Squirrel.
Don't you worry. First of all, but we have to go through the Passmore MVP award. So this is yeah. Go ahead, Nexus. You can explain this. Yeah.
So the Password MVP. Now this one is this one took me a lot of work. So every game that gets played, I look through the SVP earned, and so not including the random MVP given out, and I award 3, 2, 1 based on the most SVP gained. In the case of a tie, we do a random number genero. Some games in the fresh shift, looking at you and Mad Eye, beautiful fresh Nurgle versus Orc game where there was no SVP at all apart from it was a roll D23 time, fun times. But over all the games, it more or less gets to say who is the most impactful players. It tends to favor your killers on a hot game or your regular scorers who roll regularly. As for Warecaster, turns out that his runner scores quite frequently in the games that he. Therefore, our first Password MVP is Wilfred Ulfgood from those dwarf buggers.
Yep.
So it was neck and neck for most of the season between Yellow Brick Road and Ulfric. And Hate to Be, of course, had obviously a strong game. Haunting from Derby was carrying the team. Volcon of Blue again, UC Liams, Agi Valk in there too. So a lot of this is an overall MVP.
Yeah. So what we're saying is Big O's most valuable player is in fact a dwarf runner.
Yep, which is why I'm officially putting a $10 bounty on him for next season.
Yep.
It comes with a little trophy of it's a true tradition of Passmore. It's the point being, it's a Passmore trophy because every player can be a Passmore. Every player can be an MVP.
Yeah. The true
Exactly.
the true Passmore is the one you carry in your heart.
But yeah, if Warecaster is playing Dwarves next year, then there's a $10 bounty Australian on that runner. Yep, exactly it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so from here we go. The bargain boozers bludgeoning award. Squirrel was asking about this. Player with the most casualties endured in the regular season while still actively playing or breathing. Tiebreakers decide on the worst injuries. So
how the score works, it's 1 point for a badly hurt, 2 points for MNG and higher, with then, because to reflect how many games you would miss. And the caveat is you cannot die, because then you're no longer a bludgeoner, you're just dead. And you can't fight, you can't be fired, because it's not the spirit of the bargain boozers. Harrowing Zords notoriously crippling injuries. No, because you can shake off a KO. No points for a KO, it's just casualties are only.
yeah.
So yeah.
We got 3 players in this? What the hell?
So yeah, absolutely. So it goes across to that's Saranjaro. That is Miwash's Blitzer, who this is why regen teams don't tend to qualify, because regen's cheating.
Yeah.
No, we don't. If it sticks to it, means you clearly deserve the Kaz. But this game Blitzer with a niggling injury outdoes the Amon's Goblin, who had a worst case that had an MNG. But yeah, you see a couple of Saurus in there too, is quite impressive for being an armored 10 piece. A lot of goblins enter here as well. the Troll Slayer from Thornico getting Kaz a lot, also hilarious. Newt, it has to be ones that stick. So regens that work, you shake him off. Yeah, actually, Richard Castlevania, his fame has caught up with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Problem with your Squirrel is a lot of your warriors just kept flat dying.
Yeah. So here we go. We have this. We have dishonorable mentions.
Yeah, so there was a lot of 1s and the 5s and 4s, but unfortunately, Frank Turnover, who was an early contender, got killed. Brick as well from from Amber's Norse got smacked a lot and then died finally. And then X-Frog, Phage, a very popular contender, but problem is a lot of these players kept straight dying.
Yes. Yeah, they're just dead eventually. No, I rebought Frogs Greater Than Lizards.
Yeah, this was the first one.
The first one.
So
Yeah.
a lot of times I have to go if people use the same name, I'll put a bracket saying 2 or 3 next to them, which does really, really, really make things hard.
Yeah.
But it also helps if they die frequently too. So it's easy to know, they died this game.
I didn't have that. I'm not that creative. I couldn't think up too many names, so I just started reusing them.
So I realize why that Saurus is so high. Drop in the ocean's armor value.
Even better, but he's still strength 4 though.
He took an early armor bust in the season, but still, he's still the only 9+ armor there.
You've got the Troll Slayer who's also in there too, but he's out. That's Bowen, the Troll Slayer.
8+?
8+. No, 9+.
Troll Slayer.
9+.
9+, because he's the old AV8, so 9+.
But this is also is this the sidestep one?
No, I think he's just. Let me check Rebel on that quickly.
Yes.
I don't believe it is. I think he likes his sidestep.
I think Balin's dead.
No, Balin. He's a sidestep Juggernaut one.
Yeah. Didn't always have Juggernaut. Did have sidestep. From the few games I did see of Striking, he seemed to really enjoy sidestepping Balin into the middle of things, and I was like,
Balin
died. Why?
But Balin has just been banged on a lot.
Really wish dwarf coaches wouldn't all name their fucking dwarves after the dwarves in Lord of the Rings. Because both Striking and Werecaster have done it, and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So that's I think that's everything. We're at the bottom of the document now. I don't have anything else to show everybody. So somewhat our award show isn't bad. Can we talk about maybe a little bit about what's coming up in terms of redraft and next season, XS?
Of course we can. Yeah, what would I talk about?
I wouldn't mind laying down some redraft knowledge just so at least the people here know what's going on.
Yep.
So first of all, redraft isn't open yet, obviously. Wait till the announcement saying it's time to redraft, because currently, even if the redraft is open, which I'm not sure if it has been it's not open. The button is there, but don't click it. It's not ready yet. Wait for the signups. If you want to play around with rosters and redrafts and everything like that, I've got the calculator pinned in Big-O chat. Just copy the Excel spreadsheet and pop all your data in there. The two things that people are going to be asking about the most, so the things that have changed are the veteran fees are halved from what they usually are, so everything's going to be cheaper. There is a cap, but the cap doesn't come into play until the end of next season anyway, because you can't have over 50k agent fees anyway. But there is a cap on agent fees at 50k now. Movement Plus is the next thing. Yeah, here we go. Thanks, Phage.
No worries.
Plus is
this
the
is
next
my team.
thing. Yeah. So Movement Plus, as you can see, if Phage ticks that on and off, is going to add. Shouldn't be add. Oh, you got an old version.
I probably do. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's there. Don't worry, it works now. It works now.
How much it adds to it? Yeah, it works now. It'll show you how much it adds with Movement Plus and Movement Plus Plus. Only tick one of them, obviously, but it gets more expensive. This is pretty easy to use. You only enter stuff in the green areas, and if you touch an area that isn't green, it's going to bring up a big warning like it did for Phage when he did touch the green. But that's fixed now, and you can see your budget on the left.
Yep.
Delete some of your storage.
Never.
Almost out of storage, Phage. Oh my god.
I never delete those videos.
It's all these videos. No, I have I do photography. I don't delete anything. So yes, this is where. This is it. Also, I've made this mistake in previous seasons. when it does come time to redraft, if you want to test stuff, do it here. Once you click the redraft button, when it's available, it's not yet. When you click that, you are not allowed to change your team or test stuff anymore. Because if you change your team, it breaks the whole thing. So once you click that redraft button, no experimentation anymore. You just have to do the thing. Experiment here. Otherwise you'll get told off.
So what Phage is talking about is he went in, he screwed around in redraft to check stuff out. Then he changed a player on his team. He changed his roster in client.
I took a level.
Yeah. Oh, you took a level. There you go.
That breaks it.
So
don't do that.
Don't change. You want your client team to be exactly what you're bringing into redraft.
Yeah.
You accidentally click the redraft button after game 3 this season, you should be fine.
Yeah.
It's got a double redraft thing, so you'll hit redraft and then it'll say, oh, hey, this is how much money you have for redraft. Are you sure you want to redraft? And then you click it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I do have something we can discuss quickly as well.
Sure.
Preseason predictions. How wrong were we?
Oh, excellent. Yes.
I knew there was something we had on the agenda that we were getting.
Thank you for remembering.
If Phage would love to, if Phage would kind of chuck up the Big-ELO graphic, why our hot takes are backed up by even harder math.
Woo!
There it is. So, a quick rundown here. I'll run from top to. You want Premier or Fresh? What's more?
Let's go Fresh first. Hey.
So Fresh division. Actually, I can. Oh, what is Boom? I saw Boom is posting something in Big Edge down. I'll just read it later on. So in Fresh division, of course, I'll bring up the top results. I have it somewhere. Forgive me, but here it is. So in the breakdown of the top 5, and I'll go by overall very shortly. So the top 5, Phage, you had Liam in first place, bang on the money. You had Fires in second place, almost in the realm. He was only 2 off. You had Tree in third place, bang on the money. You had Warecaster in 4th, just a little bit off. And you had Beamanut in 5th, who ended up in 7th, also in 8th. So 4 out of 5 on the point for Phage. Admittedly,
not bad.
Historically, you do really well with your fresh predictions. I can't understand it. I don't get it. But
he's got that fresh mind. That's what it is. He's just got a fresh brain.
I feel like I belong there or something like that. Maybe I should do.
So me a bit more out there. I had Fires for first place, putting that Castle's Curse. He came in 4th though. I had Beepinut. I dreamed in the Goblin 1 season, in the Goblin Dream, and I wasn't too far off it. It was just a good season for. He was almost made Stunty Cup champion. I think he was 2 points off it. I had Beamanut's Orcs in there in 3rd place, fair bit off it. I had Liam in 4th place around the point, and bang on, I had Coke Guy in 5th place. So I was dead on for one of them. And for the ELO,
How many did you get?
I got 1 out of the top 5. I got 2 out of the top 5. Oh, no, 3. But mine were a fair bit off, where I had Liam 3 out, I was 3 out, but I had Coke Guy bang on 5th. The other 2 were conversation.
Okay, so you had 3 in the top 5. Phage had 4.
And Big-ELO, I don't want it to be that person. But you had Tree as first place, out by 1. You had Coke Guy in second place, out by 3. You had Liam in 3rd place, out by 2. You had Amber in 4th. You had the wrong Norse, but you had Warecaster in 5th. So you had another 4 out of 5 in your Fresh.
4 out of 5. Woo!
It's pretty good. I'll be honest.
Enough.
The fact that I get anyone I got anything correct with how awfully that I remember the selection stream. It was me going, "Oh wait, no, I can't put them there anymore because I did this." Oh yeah.
Our week position was shocking, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
did not track them after halfway because I got pulled away with night shift.
Mm.
But overall, we had as a net for the predictions, Liam in first place. We had bang on the money. We had Warecaster who finished second place. We had him on average in 6, so he was up 4. Tree we had predicted in Tree Q came third place. We had overall predicted in 4th, so around the mark. Fias was predicted to be second. Overall as a net average, we had him 4th. As a group, we had Coat Guy in 5th place. Again, on the money. Mirosh, because he joined late, same with Squirrel, Needs and Walker, we ranked them. Beebernut, we had him overall 3rd, came 7th. Amber, we had in. Alright.
Jesus.
Amber, we had her in 8th place. She came 9th. Aussie, we had Bang on 10th place. Boomer, I had him 7th. We all collectively had him 7th place. He came 11th. Heyland, we had 9th, came 12th. Monster, we had 12th, came 14th. And Mad we had 11th, came 15th. So, all in all, not a bad result for Fresh. What is traditionally a very hard one to call.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time for the Premier Div.
Premier Div.
So,
Oh yeah, let's go.
we'll start with the ELO this time, the other way around.
Yep.
So, ELO, you had Dwarf Fever. You had Striking in top spot. That was a whiff.
Oh boy. Yep.
You had myself in 2nd, not too far off. I was in 4th. You had Yasmir in 3rd, which was, I think, just 1 off. You had 7 4th, just 2 off. And you had Synergy in 5th. So 4 out of 5 again for ELO.
Damn.
I just needed to put me instead of Striking in there, and I would have been fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had Lordy, which I got wrong, but I'm not ashamed to say I got wrong.
That's fine. You gotta vote. You gotta vote with your heart sometimes.
I mean, as far as predictions being wrong, I think that was the wrongest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I keep predicting. I've got him an underworld cycle.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
I had myself. I was a bit off there, but still top 5. I had Darby in 3rd, who only just missed. So that was a close miss for me. Had Synergy in 4th, and I had yourself actually bang on in 5th.
Yeah.
So 3 out of 5, not bad. And for Phage, he had himself first.
Woo.
Probably covers me. For myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
He had Striking in 2nd. Which
Damn. Nope.
Unlucky. You had myself in 3rd, Lydon in 4th, both of us are 1 off, and then Darby in the bottom 3, myself and Phage, and then Darby all 1 off respectfully, with Darby unfortunately missing. Was leads as a net breakdown. Synergy performed 2 higher than his expected 3rd place. Yasmin performed 10 points as higher. We had him as a net of 12.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, to be fair, both me
Put
and
him down
Phage,
the bottom.
like, oh shit, we're rather than.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds
Oh.
that sounds like an oh no, I've run out of spaces problem.
Yep. But
Not making that
only-
mistake
only-
again. Humans are OP.
the only
We now
believe-
know this.
The only believer was Lynn, and he was rewarded gratefully, but Yasmin performed 10 places above. Seb, 3rd place finish, performed 8 spots higher. Just as when Seb was still with his Mimi Orcs, not less Mimi, a lot more meanie. I performed just 3 points lower because for some reason y'all had me average at 2nd place. Thanks. Lennon actually was predicted to finish 5th, and from all 3 of us, I finished 5th. So bang on the money. We had Darby, who was supposed to an average to be 2nd. He came 6th, unfortunately. Brutal Mats, we had him all the way down in 13th. Actually came in, finished up in 7th place, so 6 places higher. Noctifer and Wheels averaged out in 8th and 9th where they finished, so we were bang on there as well as a group. Shout out to, I think, Lennon, who had Coach Wheels exactly in 9th place. So
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Newt, we had 6 points higher. Of course, outperforming the expectation of a rookie season with that undead team. Congratulations. Striking, we had high hopes. Well, actually, to be fair, you and Phage both had him up high. I had him 12th, which he finished up in 11th. So I was almost on the money.
Yeah.
Mm.
Me and Phage putting off the curb.
Mm-hmm.
Kanov finished 3 places higher than he's expected 15th. We had Lordy finish 7 points lower, mainly driven up by my love of Underworld.
Yep.
Phage was 7 points lower again. Combination of just Phage putting himself first, myself and Lynn had him 11th and 12th, so around that 14 mark. Kindred, we had it expected 10th, came 15th, and Mr. Buzz unfortunately was 14th, expected, came 16th, and to be fair, both myself and Lynn had him 16th.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that is predictions.
Yeah, that's
So what,
everything. Hey.
so consistently, Big-ELO.
Yeah.
4 out of 4 both times.
Mm.
So what you're saying is math was the most correct?
It's pretty hot. Was I supposed to say well, like I said, improving your ELO will fix everything. So,
of course.
Yeah. So now what we could really do is say, go encourage everyone you know to join REBBL, specifically the Big O, so we can do more of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because...
No, don't switch to Norse.
No.
Hells, man. Play some Agi shit.
I want to see some corn down in
We're
Fresh.
definitely gonna see some corn.
Yeah.
There's no way we won't be seeing.
I know
There's going to
Metal
be
is
corn. Yeah.
Metal has returned and he'll be playing next season, but he's over in the G-Man, unfortunately.
Well, that's all right. It's probably fair enough.
He's like, I would love to play in Big O, but I can't afford in Oceania. I'll be like, look, we'll make it work.
He's a 9 to 5 man now.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Like, yeah. So yeah, but hey, get people to come play Fresh with us. It'd be great fun. We can do more of this. More people in the ELO system.
We have a few people joining. I know in chat. I know we have Zach. I think was looking at joining. Outcast is not. No, Outcast was going to be. Was Outcast joining? Or no?
Outcast mentioned that he was interested in joining Big O. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Zach was looking at jumping in as well. Plus Connection as well was looking.
Yeah, Connection.
Yeah, Connection. Sorry, like you and Connection. I just, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Connection. Yeah.
Needs Connection.
Yeah.
Potentially, there's a new wave coming through, and I mean, Premier Division next season is going to look fun. I know. In terms of re-rolls, what we're looking at already, I know that I think Squirrel's looking at playing Corn. I know Amber is looking playing the past mods.
Something.
Fire's probably inevitably re-rolls.
Oh, Fires. Go Nobles and make yourself sad for a season.
I think it does Neats re-roll. I'm not sure. I know that Amond is on the fence.
Work from home. Hey,
Yes,
Zach,
Zach.
I'm there with you, mate. Working from home is Blood Bowl good, very good.
Man, this is my last week of nights, so I'm back to working.
Oh, that'll be good. Yeah.
Your last week of nights or your last week of neats?
Well, nights so far. Neats, I hope it lives more than a week. But but I'm
got to enjoy that. You've got to enjoy that award for a bit longer. Yeah.
I know Mr. Buzz is re-rolling. I think Kindred is keeping it the elves. It's great. I know Lordy's on the fence. I know obviously Fade is old.
I've rolled. Yeah.
I know Newt was looking at re-rolling too potentially. I know Noctiva's looking at re-rolling. So this could be a change, a big cycle.
Good group of people down in the Newt's keeping.
There we go.
Hey,
there
you go. Re-roll next season. Yeah, fair enough. You know what? Good call. Just you can get it. You can definitely. Yeah.
I know Darby's looking at the math for his team as well.
Yeah.
Seeing if they're viable because they're
100%. When they get to that expensive level, it's like, do I buy back half of a good team, or do I just go screw it, like go again?
Excellent. So yeah, Kendra's staying on. Fantastic. So yeah, there's gonna be It's gonna be a big Premier Division. I'm intrigued
Yeah,
to see
unless
how
you
many
are
fresh we get.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's at least gonna be 8 to my knowledge, which is great.
Which is
Plus,
very nice.
I'm not sure if Zach, actually, Zach, are you bringing across the team or are you starting fresh? I guess both of them doesn't matter. Beggars and choosers for me.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it's all in one big group anyway.
Yeah.
So Orcs, oh baby, that's right. You've got that really awkward matchup in playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, listen, I'm very, very much looking forward to the next season. We'll see how the inducement Black Orcs go. Keen to, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good fun. And obviously pay attention to the playoffs that are happening right now. Obviously keep spoilers to a minimum, but yeah, they've been exciting so far.
Yeah.
Plenty of strong Big O representation up there.
Ugh,
So
disgusting.
do check those
Throw
out.
up into my old mouth.
We'll try and have casts of those as much as possible, but like time zones can be a real pain in the ass, especially when they happen at awkward times. We'll do our best to get them cast, but
Yeah, and replays are broken at the moment, so
Yeah.
that's going to be not super viable.
Anyways,
Thanks, everyone.
yeah, thank you all. Let's see. I was about to say is I wonder if Blood Bowl Nut's
Is-
streaming. I wanted. Oh, Brutal Matt's streaming. Never mind. Go say hi to Brutal
Yeah.
Matt. A
Yeah,
big
he's
O.
doing some ladder, I believe.
Yeah, he is. Go say hi to Brutal Matt, another Big O coach whose team was in fact featured in this at some points. Hate to be you with a very high Kaz causing blitzer.
He does nude every so often. He does, yeah. Mainly just ladder.
He does also jump onto streams sometimes as well,
Yeah.
which is always very much appreciated. So go say hi to Brutal Matt, everybody. Thank you all for sticking around, watching the videos. We'll get a thing up on the Big-ELO Big-ELO Media. Is it Big-O Media or Big-ELO Media?
Yep, I think yeah, Big Media. Yep.
On YouTube, we'll get the award show up there in a little bit. If you want to rewatch it, Seb can go and review his award. Yeah. So yeah, see you all next season. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that's the raid gone.